Again, Dr. Franklin, so happy to have you, especially as a fellow nurse.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yes, this is going to be a great conversation. I'm just going to jump right in and ask you the first question. We want to get to know you a little bit better. So first question is, why did you enter the nursing field?
Yeah, that's the infamous question. I always, when I'm asked that question, I always think back because I actually wanted to be a nurse since my youth. I was in the single digits. My dad, and I think a lot of folks could probably agree that in the Black community, like we have this want and urge to please our dads. And so I remember his response to that, like he was almost disappointed. Like, why would you want to be a nurse? And this is in the 90s. Why would you want to be a nurse? Like, men aren't nurses. And I remember feeling like, wow, well, maybe that's not the best position. So I changed my aspiration to want to become a doctor. Fast forward, my family's been calling me Dr. Franklin since I was a child. And that's so cool. I remember my mom put me in classes and courses catered towards people wanting to go into healthcare in high school. I've been taking classes. Started volunteering when I was 15, got my CNA my 12th grade year. Cool. And it honestly wasn't until I started working at the bedside with nurses that came back to where I'm like, hey, I actually want to be a nurse. I started pre-med in college, and I think it was after my first year, I was like, I'm changing my major to nursing because that feels like where my heart is. It feels right. And so that was the initial drive that got me into wanting to be a nurse, and then the reminder of that I really want to be a nurse to help people. And that's always been the start of why I want to be a nurse.
Good for you. Yeah. Good for you. That's very interesting that you said how Black fathers have this sort of influence on us, especially being a male. Right. I mean, my dad has an influence on me, but in a different light. Right. So kudos to you for, standing up for yourself and saying, this is what I want to do. Yeah. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, it just felt right. It's kind of one of those things. And I think, as we get older, we tend to listen to that voice that's telling us to do something. Then I was like in my teens and I was like, I really want to do this. I'm probably going to, I felt like I would not make him happy about it, but it was something I really want to do. But of course, years has passed. I've graduated. My dad's super supportive of me being a nurse. Even getting a degree was like gold for our family. So that was something that like back then, and I know that a lot of folks experience that now where like in the family, maybe it's not seen or perceived well to be a nurse.
Yeah, that's good. And you actually did become a doctor.
I became a doctor.
Let's just put that on the table
during
real quick.
my DNP graduation, my mom and dad had it. It was actually in New Orleans because I graduated from Rush, but we're in the pandemic, so we actually made a whole graduation suite for my family to come in. So cool. Had a podium and everything, and I remember telling them, I'm like, y'all, I'm a doctor.
Right.
So it was cool. To even, to have that feeling about like the experience with my dad and then like to come back and like, I'm Dr. Franklin, Dad.
Yes.
What's up? What you got?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. What's up, everybody? If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss a thing.